The first recorded game of cricket in China was in 1858 in Shanghai. Nearly 150 years since those seeds were planted, a tiny sapling has begun to sprout. The national cricket tournament in Shenyang, China, was part of ICC's global Catch the Spirit campaign, and it was obvious the locals had caught the bug. There was plenty of passion on display, and while the skill levels might not be world-class just yet, the ACC development officer, Aminul Islam, believes the Chinese people are cut out for cricket.
They're very quick learners, and their advantage is they all came from different sports, and they have got inbuilt the quality of hand-eye coordinations. So this is their plus point. So whatever we teach them, they learn it very fast.
For them, it's a completely new sport, but they have embraced it so nicely. It's unbelievable. You know, they call it the noble game. And everywhere we go, we try and use the game. They take on to it, and they are very serious about the game now. More so because cricket is in the Asian Games in 2010 in Guangzhou. So any Olympic sport, they pick it up very, very fast. If cricket gets into the Olympics, I won't be very stunned, or it won't be absurd if China wins the gold medal in Olympics in 20 years' time. We never know.
And it's thanks to the continuing efforts of the ACC and the ICC that cricket is slowly expanding its reach within this large country. For the game to be truly called global, they're aware that China has to be part of the bigger picture.
Cricket has to be developed in China. China has to play. Otherwise, how do we call it a global sport when the most populous country in the world does not play?
Well, China forms part of the ICC's wider development program, but most of us have recognized that China in particular, maybe together with the US, has got enormous potential, and we should focus and do it the best we can.
We have now trained about 150 coaches over here who are primarily physical education teachers of the schools and colleges. So 150 we have got level 1 accredited coaches. Then we give them funds, we give them equipment, we give them funds to carry on their cricketing activities. And you'll be surprised to know right now there are more than 100 schools in China playing cricket. There are, so many schools do not play cricket in some test playing countries.
As for the players themselves, while victory was quite obviously on their minds, they were there to play in the right spirit of the game and make new friends.
我们的板球精神就是在场上尊重裁判、尊重队长、尊重我们的教练，然后在进行比赛的时候，我们要尊重对手，因为对手和我们都是一样的，我们都会为这个比赛付出我们所有的精神。
These future stars of China will be showcasing their talent as early as next year in the Asian Games in Guangzhou. But what about that big dream, Test cricket?
We've seen even in countries that have gotten onto the game recently, it takes them a long time before they can come, to be a force in Test cricket. But I think China might be an exception, because if I look at what I've seen over the last day, and the structured manner in which they've tackled development of the game. If I just think of the profile and the mentality of Chinese people, I think cricket lends itself very well to this nation, and who knows, they might do it a lot quicker than any of the others.
So there you have it. Do not write off China, because going by their single-minded top-down approach to achieving sporting glory, they might just crack the cricket code sooner than expected.